What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and the Dow Jones Industrial, which happens to be ugly right now. We'll take a look at that at the end of the video. Definitely stick around. And don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Awesome community, guys. Check it out. It's totally free. Let's get on with it. All right, guys, as always, it's not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Disclaimer scrolling down the bottom, make sure you read it. We are doing a giveaway on Sunday with a Bybit branded Ledger Nano X. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you are subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, leave your comment down below, and I will pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week on Sunday, and let's get into it. So looking at the news headlines, just to get a feel for the sentiment. Bitcoin flirts with 10,000 after latest Fed statement. Pentagon reveals the U.S. has planned for wanted to look at this real quick, for a Bitcoin rebellion. Remember how the government works, guys. They usually make you think something is against them if they want you to like it. I'm not saying Bitcoin is bad. I am a Bitcoin bull. I believe Bitcoin will see new all-time highs next year. Extremely high in my opinion, but I do believe that the powers that be are involved in it, and to think they're not is kind of naive in my opinion. All right, so 3 reasons why Bitcoin price continues to reject at 10,000. Bitcoin news roundup for June 10th, that was yesterday. And that was talking about the Chinese students prepare for Bitcoin questions on their university entrance exams, which was just a mining question. Cointelegraph research, Bitcoin still outperforms stocks. Market wrap, Bitcoin briefly pops past 10K as Fed says basically they're going to keep printing money. Will Bitcoin approach 20,000 this year? I think that's unlikely, but it is definitely a possibility. Hut 8 plans 7.5 million offering to upgrade Bitcoin mining rigs. Another data point suggests Bitcoin close to prolonged bull run. Serious Coinbase surveillance warning sparks massive people getting their crypto off the exchange, which they should anyway. By the way, I have some hard wallet links down below that give you discounts by using my links. Check it out. Get your crypto off the exchanges, guys. All right. 52 in the fear and greed index. We have dropped 2 points from yesterday, still in the neutral zone. And we talked about this yesterday on the monthly. If you look here, even if we look at last month's close, we had made a higher high in the price action, lower high in the RSI. That's bearish divergence. And even if we close up in this range this month, we still have bearish divergence. We would have to get up past the 10,500 to erase this. I don't see that happening. And looking at the weekly, this is our main trend line here. We did have a little wick through it. We did not close above it. If we were to get back above it this week, before the end of the week, it'd be around the $10,150 range. We would need a close above that to be bullish. That would most likely turn me bullish, guys. I know you guys, a lot of you bulls out there, have nothing good to say about the channel because I've been bearish and I remain bearish, and for good reason. But we will take a look at the bullish case scenario. We have broken out of this, what we were looking at as a falling broadening wedge, and our measured move off that is 16,000. So a break above the 10,000, let's say 10,200, and a close above that, we could definitely be looking for a $16,000 Bitcoin. But like I said, we do have divergence, and we have divergence in the weekly also, which is higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI, as you can see down here. Definitely looks like we most likely are going to come back to at least retest this line, and that's going to be the 8 EMA is around 9,050, 13 EMA is around 8,820. And then our 21 EMA is going to be around the $8,500 range. And we're going to take a look at some targets. Our 1 hour target, one of them did hit yesterday. and I will show you that. And for those that say TA doesn't work, that's how it works. All right, so let's look at some targets here. First, we're going to take a look at the daily. Higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. That is playing out, in my opinion, and we've talked about it before. Whenever we get a rise like this, everybody was pretty damn bullish up here too, and we see what happened. Look at this rise, guys. It's due for at least a correction. I do have some lower targets. We'll talk about that. It's actually, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's take a look at what's going on here. We are on this trend line, teetering on this trend line. A breakdown, from this trend line gives me the target. If we break down today past the, or tomorrow, past the 96.20 range, guys, it looks like Bitcoin is in for a big drop. We will get some support here at the 9,050 range, which is the 55 EMA. Then the 200 EMA is around the 8,400. But if those don't hold, guys, my target for this is 6,800. As you guys know, I've had lower targets here, and I will show you that. I've had this target at 5,400 for quite some time. I'm still sticking by that. I still believe that's definitely a possibility. Again, unless the bullish case happens, and that would be a break above the 10,650. If we did go up there, I would see some resistance here at the 11.1, which is the bottom of this rising broadening wedge that we had for a long time. But as of right now, let's zoom in and see where we're at on the EMAs. We are getting support on the 8 EMA right now at 97.50. If that's the break, the 13 is down at around the 96.80. 21 is at the 95.50 range. It's looking pretty bearish to me, guys. I know so many people are extremely bullish. And again, I could definitely be wrong. Make sure you do your own due diligence. But let's look at the retracement areas for this move. If we have topped, like I do think we have, from the swing low to the swing high, our 0.236 fib retracement is at 88.90, 8900. The 0.382 is at 79.50. Then we have this long-term support and resistance at 77. We also have a target that comes around the 71.30 range, and that is the break of this rising channel here. Although I do think it's lower. I did move the trend lines in the other ones, so I do think it's more towards the $6,800 to $6,900 area. If we were to come all the way back up and break through this resistance here, this would have to be obviously pretty fast. And I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Could be around the $10,400 or $12,400 range to retest the top of this rising channel. And if we did get up there, which I don't think we will, but if we did get up there, our next target, if we were able to break this outside of this rising channel, would be around the $15,000 range. So it is a possibility, but again, none of that is even valid unless we cross the 10,560 range. We will take a look at the target that hit yesterday, but also I want to point out this 5250 is a 0.786 retracement, which in Elliott wave theory, if we were to come down here, that would make this a wave 1. But I do have this lower target, guys, of 3432. And the reason being, we do have a gap down here at around the 3570. And the reason I think that is a possibility, and again, guys, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying make sure you're aware that it could. Anyone that longed here is going to have their stops just under here. This would be a stop point. I believe if we did get down to this level, it would be just a quick wick, pick up stops, and go up, making people buy in higher. If we look at the RSI here, we were looking at this rising broadening wedge, which we did break out of. We had a bull trap getting back inside it, and as of right now, we are back below it. If we look at the big picture here, this rising channel, looks like we're ready to come down on the daily. That doesn't mean we can't have little spikes up and down throughout it, but on the daily, looks like we're most likely going to come back down to this area. That could be the $6,800 area, but I do think we are going to break down from this rising channel, guys. All right, look at the 4 hour, and then we'll go into the 1 hour where our target hit yesterday. So looking at this, this could be a rising broadening wedge here. If we were to come down and get a bounce off of the $9,250 to $9,300 area, we could be coming back up for one more retest of the top of this wedge. And that would most likely, unless it happened really fast, it would most likely break this 10.5. And if that was to break, you know, we could have a measured move right up to that 12.4 that we talked about earlier. So that does line up, but a breakdown from this wedge gets us down to right around this 71.45, which is the 0.5 fib. Again, guys, we have the golden pocket area down here between 61.50 and 63. I would expect a bounce there if we're not going to our lower lows. But we will keep an eye on it. That's why we do updates. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. It's by far my favorite. You can trade Forex, gold, oil, silver, S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, everything right on one exchange with your Bitcoin. It's awesome exchange, guys. And if you use promo code Savy50, you get a 50% deposit on top of your deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. You can't withdraw it, obviously, but you can use it for trading. And Savvy25 gets you 25% off of your fees. And there's also a couple other exchanges that I do use for different things, depending on what kind of trading you're doing. Bybit, I have a link down below with the bonus, and Dudex, there's also a bonus with that one. So check them out. All three of those exchanges are the only ones I use. I've tried them all. I don't like any of the other ones. I did have other promo codes. I took them off because I don't use them. So, looking at the RSI in the 4 hour. Kind of hard to see what's going on here, but it does look like we're most likely going to come down to retest this bottom trend line in the 4 hour, which could be that 92.80 area. We'll keep an eye on that today and yesterday's 1 hour chart. I didn't think it would go up as quick as it did, but I had the target at 10,043 and we did hit 10,012. So it's pretty close. My next target down here is around the 94.50 to 95 range. Would be retesting the bottom of this rising channel. And if we were to break down from there, which is possible by looking at the RSI, would be around the $8,900 range. Doesn't mean it's going to happen today, guys, but these are the areas we need to watch. I can get rid of this trend line now. I had that there yesterday just in case that was a triangle. And obviously it played out as the rising channel. Do keep in mind it is a possibility if we come down and test this and get good support here. We could be coming back up higher to that 10.1 area. And we've been talking about that, and I'll show you why I believe that's still a possible bull trap area, is because that would be coming up and retesting this area of confluence right here. So if that was to happen, that could be, you know, within the next 3 to 4 days, if we're going to get that. And I do think that'll be a bull trap. We do have a ton of bulls trapped up here. We probably got quite a few trapped up here yesterday. And if we break this, people are going to get bullish again. We hit that 10.1. They're probably going to trap a bunch more bulls and continue down. If we look at the RSI here, we had, let me put this. We had a trend line right here off of these two touches. We did break down below it, guys. Came back up, got resistance, and are continuing down. Looks like we're going to come back down to this area. And again, this is the 1 hour, so it doesn't mean we shoot straight all the way down here. But again, I'm still super bearish here. The EMAs are really bearish on the 1 hour. How'd they look on the 4 hour? We are still getting, we are still getting support on the 21 EMA right now, 97.60 range. But it is looking weak, guys. Let's get into my wife's webpage. Check it out if you haven't already. Inkerimage.com. There's a link to that below also. Lots of cool crypto stuff here. You can put anything you want, any crypto you want. Just let her know. It doesn't have to be just what you see here. Great way to support the channel. Again, guys, don't forget to hit the likes and leave your comments down below to get you entered to win the Ledger Nano X from Bybit. All right. Litecoin. We're the same thing. We're in this rising channel here, and I'm going to put a target down here where I believe we're headed now. As you can see, we are breaking through the smaller EMAs here. The 200 is down at the 45.50 range. If we come back down and retest this bottom of this channel, we're most likely going to be somewhere in the 44.50 range. If that does break, guys, which is definitely a possibility. If we do break below that, we're probably looking towards the $37.50 to $3,800 range, and that would be the 0.5 retracement from this swing low down here to the swing high. These white targets here are just Fibonacci retracements from this move. A break above the 47.61 could get bullish. We could come up and retest the top of this rising channel, and that would be around the $52 range if that was to break. And again, this is the bullish case scenario. I'm leaning bearish, but that'd be around the 59 to 59.50 range if we break up from this. And like I said, a breakdown from this, which I believe is way more likely, is around the $37 range. We do have the golden pocket zone here at the 30.42, 0.786 retracement at 30.52. And if Bitcoin was to go down to those lower lows that we talked about, Bitcoin or Litecoins would be between the $20 and $22 range, I believe, and that would be doing the same thing. Stop hunt for anyone that longed here and has their stops down here. Quick back up. Let's look at the RSI. RSI falling channel here. We have tested the top up here. Was looking at this as a possible falling wedge. Still a possibility. Could get another run up today to, somewhere in this area. I don't think we'll break this high just yet. It's $50 range, but it is possible. It all depends on Bitcoin. Anyone that's been in the crypto for a while knows Bitcoin is the man. So anyways, does look like we're most likely going to come down and test this trend line one more time. If that breaks, we're going to our lower lows. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Still bearish on that. Bearish on Ethereum also. Don't forget, we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones here in a minute. This has been major resistance area. We actually had this target long time ago, way back in here. We did breach it a little bit, but it did hold as major resistance. As of right now, the EMAs on the 4-hour are breaking down a little bit. The 55 EMA is around 240. And Ethereum, I'm looking at this as a rising broadening wedge. And the next test down to test the bottom of this again will be around the 220 range. If that is to break, I have a target of 137, which is the points, or actually, no, it isn't. I'm sorry. That would be below the golden pocket zone. The golden pocket zone is between 148.50 and 152.50. The rest of these white ones, same thing. These are golden retracement zones from the swing low to swing high. The low could be as low as 57 if Bitcoin does go to that lower low. Let's take a look at the Dow pre-market. Down 631 points as of making this video. The Dow opens in about an hour and 45 minutes. Looking pretty bad. I think that may drag Bitcoin down with it. It's not looking good. I did call that yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, I said I believe we had topped out. We did get a little run higher when I said that. But if you look here, we're getting lower highs in the price action, higher highs in RSI. That is hidden bearish divergence, guys. It's looking pretty damn ugly. Although the EMAs do look bullish here. It could be a fake out. They continue up. But guys, I think it's pretty much over. I know a lot of people are saying they can print money forever and just keep pushing it up. I think there's other plans. Maybe I'll make a video about that sometime. But I do think there is going to be a huge money grab. Bigger than this one. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost to 16,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Don't forget to hit the likes, leave your comments down below. Click the CryptoSavy logo above my head. That will get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell, guys. Make sure you do that, and make sure you hit all after that. YouTube doesn't like putting videos out to people like they're supposed to, so make sure all that stuff is clicked. Thanks a lot, and I'm out.